Okay. My personal take on this bishop, anointed bishop, ex-con criminal dude who did 5 years in prison for fraud. My first point about that whole thing, and if that was real, because allegedly, it looks very staged from my perspective. So I just want to say, it seems like there's a key talking point where these robbers just bust in his church. Because did you notice, the beginning of the video seems to be like it was right there when the robbers came in. That's where they show his mark. It's like it's a bookmark and his key word. Now, how many of y'all feel like you're gonna die about something you seen somebody else go through or some shit like that? I forget how he phrased the words, but that was the beginning of the video. And all of a sudden the robbers come pouring in. What you're about to go through. Ironically, as soon as you say what you're about to go through, the robbers bust in the door. Man, where was they? Was they in the church? Were they in pew 5 or what? Were they? Just to me, that seemed way suspicious. That's the first thought I had when I seen this video. Now, multiple times, 5, 10, 20. Hey, listen. When I initially seen that video, and the robbers came in right when he said something to the effect of, I'm sorry for laughing, at somebody's hardship, if that's what you call it. Because allegedly, he needs to be looked at. That's what everybody's saying. This ain't me. But I am saying there's a lot of, speculation going on with this dude. You got this shady past, you're hanging with the governor, and you get out of prison, and now you're an ordained minister. Why wasn't you a minister before you went to prison? That's like, why wasn't you good before you went to jail? That would only make, Christianity is an easy way out for people, to me, to try to cover up and hide behind something. I'm not Christian. I ain't trying to talk about anybody's, faith or religion or what. None of that. I'm just making a point about this particular guy. And this is the exact kind of reason why I don't want to join a church. If this dude did set that up, and he knows those people, just let's say, hypothetically, if he knew those people, no matter what you say, and there's that much money, 400,000 plus in jewelry from him and his wife that gets stolen. And that's another point. Like, why only you two got robbed? If I was gonna rob somebody, I want to rob all of them then. If that's the case, why would you go in there and leave a stone unturned? What were you trying to make sure that those people got to tithe? I don't understand. I don't give a damn if it's $2. I want everything, because when you go to prison, if they get caught or, they're in hiding. If you were so tough, Bishop, what I don't understand is why you just got on the ground and they had guns. But, seconds later, you supposedly chased them out of church. Somebody went and got your keys and you passed them in traffic. Just by chance, because, they took off their clothes. You didn't recognize the car. But I know there was 3 to 4 guys, that's what you said, came in your disrupted your service and, your congregation, and they put guns in your head. And I mean, well, you know, robbers will take $20 from you and you'll end up dying because they either thought it was enough or they didn't want to leave a witness. So how were you so lucky to be talking on the internet and praying while you're on Instagram? Because the comments, they were saying they could see you praying through your glasses and texting, and you wearing a hat, which is, that's so Christian like. I don't want to call it religious, but in religion, I know you're supposed to take off your hat. I peeped that too in the video that he didn't. And you're praying with your eyes open. It's just like, I don't know. It's a lot of, that's a deformed ass prayer, man. There's a lot of deformed ass shit going on with this story, man. This shit is not right, man. It's just allegedly, it's not right. Yeah, nobody should go in there and shoot up a church and kill people. Nobody should rob people because, you're flashy. I believe you. But as a sane man, and you live in the hood and you got this rapper persona and you're just a pastor with this itty bitty church with tacks on the wall, why would you be running around with $500,000 of jewelry on? That in itself is crazy. I mean, you ain't worried about your life. Because there's nobody. I mean, they killed Tupac. They killed Biggie. They killed Jesus himself. And he was just talking, spreading the word. And they nailed him to the cross. They didn't have guns then. But I'm telling you, that doesn't make sense. That you're doing something where you become a target. If you're wearing $500,000 in jewelry, seems to me you're having people look at you for the wrong reasons. Why would you go to a soup kitchen with $1,000 worth of jewelry on your neck? I mean, that $1,000 necklace could change your life. It could get you right. Why would you go eat at the soup kitchen with $1,000 or more in jewelry? But you need food. I mean, that would give people, that'll make them look at you funny. It'll make them look at you different. See what I'm saying? That's the point I'm making. And like I said in the beginning of that video, dude, it seemed like he gave the robbers a code word to move on. Because I swear, I mean, what does it look like to you when he said something so fucking ironic? Excuse my French. He said something so ironic. If you have ever been in the hood, in the streets, and did any kind of scheme or anything, you would know that that's like a key word. That's like a code to start now. That's crazy, man. I swear to God, when he said, how many people or you feel like you're gonna die about what you see other people go through or something like that, and then all of a sudden these robbers come pouring into the church and they're brandishing pistols, and that's weird, man. That's weird, man. That's weird. If I was that insurance company, boy, come on, man. Come on. And you supposedly being blessed with this church, this new church. God's blessed you with it. Did he? Did he bless you with all that jewelry? Just because he blessed you with some fortune doesn't mean you go around where people need food and they need help, and it's basically the economy's bad. You in the hood and can't get no job. You ain't got no car. But you looking like a whole value meal to these hungry individuals that's around you. They was just waiting. Allegedly. Or there was a conversation, a meeting before this sermon. You a bishop. It just seems like you would move different. You calling the girl fat on Larry Reed's show. Just to me, you just seem very disingenuous about the religion and the spreading of the word. It's exactly the reason I'm saying I don't do church like that, man. I don't even do religion. I don't do none of that believing. Because you can't believe the people telling you the story. See, it started with Jesus walking the earth from what people say. But now you got these leprechauns and shit. And your ass is a leprechaun to me. You ain't really about that life. And shout out to King AK-47, man, for his what he say? He said you might be about that life, but life ain't about that. That don't make sense, man. And you know, I don't feel bad for you. Because you do it, you're moving foolish. If you move foolish, I mean, if you go to the circus, you entertained by the clowns. You don't go to the circus to be the clown. What are you looking for, a job? You trying to be headline news for the wrong reasons, man. They could have came in there and really murked you. Even if they set up something with you. Because if it comes to getting find out and you have to go back behind them walls, bruh, I think you would tell some shit. Well, I don't know. Because you scam after scam. I don't know, man. You scam after scam, it looks like to me, allegedly. You look like scam after scam, man. You already went to prison for fraud. You the only pastor getting robbed in church? So convenient that, you know, in that low budget church, you got this low budget camera. You don't even got a cameraman? I didn't see the camera move. And it seems like the cameraman would have been following those guys. He getting paid to. It was on a tripod. It had to be. Because the camera didn't move. That's another point. You wearing $500,000 in jewelry. But you don't even got a cameraman. Huh? I mean, it looks very my first movie, my first acting role kind of thing. My first rap video. You run around here like a rapper, though. You thinking, why wouldn't you, what would, man? I mean, what's that all about anyway? All these lavish clothes and all this craziness. That is, like I said, what are you trying to get kids to be a pastor because you dress nice? You're sending the wrong message. You're supposed to be plain. If you got it, because people think it's a scam, allegedly. You think you're running another scam. But if you got it, most people that got it actually got it. They ain't walking around flashy, man. Look at Elon Musk, man. Look at Donald Trump. Look at all these rich people. The richest Indians from across seas, man. You don't see them all flashed out. And they They're almost billionaires or billionaires. You don't see that, man. You investing your time in the wrong thing, material. You see more material than the material that you're reading from when you're in your sermon. That's all I got on it, man. You know, and I had to wait for a couple days to make this video because I wanted to do it the other day, but I wanted to stand out from what other people are saying and the points that they're making. I haven't heard anybody say on cue, these people come into church right when he says, oh, how many people feel like they're gonna die or something like that, and about what you about to go through, and then about to go through, key word, Q, and then all of a sudden the robbers come in. That seems staged. That seems staged. Allegedly, nah, that seems staged. That seems staged. Because your words kind of fell into play like a movie. It seems scripted. Man, you get a gun put in your face, it changes your whole character. You calling the dude allegedly homo, and you know, you telling old girl she's fat, but you're leading this church. You're leading your sheep. That's what you said. And you the shepherd. But sheep are prey, and you became prey. Why'd you become prey? I bet you, if you didn't have $400,000 running around Rolls Royce cars and all this Fendi, allegedly Fendi, you wouldn't have got robbed. Especially not on camera, especially not in church. I mean, why would anybody rob somebody on camera like that? That just doesn't sit right with me, man. It just doesn't make sense. Man, this is Missouri, man. I'm signing off, man. I'm out of here. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below on my point of view and what you think allegedly happened, what you think, period, about the whole situation, about his personality, how he leads. It's rather sus to me.